love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York. So if you're located in one of those states, make sure to tap in. And also make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. Of course, I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Cam and Mase.
I remember we used to be cool in the beginning. All right, it's all good. Came here trying to wear my colors today. It's fine with me. Or you want to be purple haze? It's all good. It's all good.
Home.
I don't know why you. I've been thinking to myself. I haven't talked to anybody about it. I have no idea why you wear these glasses to make you look sophisticated. I know they stylish. I know they about 1,700, 1,800. I'm just trying to figure out, do you think you psyching yourself out with these joints? We went to school together for years. You never wore glasses.
Cam. I wore these glasses in More Money, More Problems when I was Mase Gumbel. It was a futuristic thing.
So now it's more money, more problems. That's what
it's
you
more
say.
money, no problems.
Okay, say no more. I've been trying to figure this out the last few weeks. I've been trying to figure out where his glasses are. I know you don't need them.
Yeah. You know, like some people glasses got medicine, mine's got intelligence.
Okay. So without the glasses, you're the nigga super, you're Clark Kent.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to hide them. I'm going to hide them shits and see how it goes. Let's see how it works out without the glasses. I'm glad you told me that.
Yeah.
I bet.
Okay.
Clark Kent.
I bet.
And today we are joined by our football analyst, OJ. How you doing?
Juice, what's up?
Hello.
OJ, what's good?
It's all good. Boy.
What's good?
I guess all is doing well, man.
Hey,
We kind of dodged the bullet last week with that Colorado game, man.
Hey, yo, listen, man.
Boy, was that entertaining.
Yeah, listen, man. I seen you on, I don't call it X. I know it's called X. I still call it
Twitter, right?
Damn fucking shit. I still call it
Twitter.
I still call it Twitter because, you know, OJ made a good point. You can't, you know, when you tweet somebody, what you gonna say, I X'd you?
Yeah.
Pause. So it's like, so the whole thing is, I see you talking about me on Twitter the other day, talking about you rooting for Dion, but me and Dion are going down in like 2 weeks, you said, right?
But we got 11 days, baby. It's 11 days before you and Dion. I'm sorry, I love Dion, and I kind of like you. Y'all are going down.
Well, listen, man.
Oh.
I spoke to a friend of a friend of a friend. They, and I hear that you supposed to go to Buffalo, but they trying to get you to come to the game in Boulder. What now? What we doing?
Nah, I'm gonna be in Buffalo.
Now, I see.
You know, they got Miami, man, Tua and Tariq going against my Bills. I got to be there, man.
All right, hold on now. Hold on. Yo, is that a USC flag or towel in the background?
Oh, yeah, it is. You know, because they didn't want my TV on back there, so my son put one of my USC blankets.
I knew you would pull some shit like this. I knew it. I knew you would pull some shit like this. I knew you would pull some shit like that. I knew you would pull some shit like that, man. Yeah, what's up? I knew you would try some USC shit today, so I came ready for you, man. Yeah,
Hey,
let's
next
rock.
week.
Yeah.
Wait till next week.
Yeah,
You're going to see some SC stuff.
Yeah, I knew that you would try some USC shit, so I came ready for you today. Let's get it rocking,
Yeah, that's
man.
the killer I know.
I knew he would try and
That's the
murder.
killer
I
I
knew
know.
he would try some shit like that.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys got your hands full with Oregon this week,
Listen,
but
you know,
I'm pulling for Dion.
Yeah,
I
Travis-
think they can beat him with speed, but that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, you know we
But
got Travis
I hate
Hunter.
to say you're going down. You're going down in 11 days, so enjoy it.
Yeah, listen, man. We gonna pause that, but listen.
Crazy, yo.
Yeah, that was wild, but that was crazy because I don't even know what we're talking about. But the whole shit is this: Travis is out. We know that's a tall task, even with Oregon and USC.
Mm-hmm.
But I got faith in the new nickname Mase gave him, Tupac Shadur.
Tupac Shadur,
man. I got to go with Tupac Shadur.
He's got game, and you probably right now have the two leading candidates for the Heisman. I mean, for Hunter to go down, that was tough. Because as I said, if he could stay healthy and play both ways all year, I would say he had a good chance of replacing Caleb as the Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, that's tough to do in college, go both ways. I did in junior college, but in college, it was just too tough. You couldn't do it.
Got you. Well, we'll see. We'll talk about this next week, man.
Yeah.
All we can do, all we can.
This house is going to be cardinal and gold. Everywhere.
All right. I see what I got to do.
Yeah. I see.
I know what I'm going to do next week. I know exactly what we're going to do next week. Say no more. If that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. I'll be ready. All
we can do is wait and see. Okay, so the Browns running back Nick Chubb faced a gruesome knee injury during the Browns versus Steelers game. This ended up being a season-ending injury. This was also the same knee he injured in 2015 at Georgia. How do you feel about this situation?
Me?
Yeah, okay. We're going to start over here. You are a football expert, man.
Go down. This week we saw Dobbins go down, for Baltimore with an Achilles injury. We saw my guy, Saquon Barkley. It turned out it wasn't quite as bad as they thought it would be. He might be out for 3 weeks. I hope he's out for 3 weeks. I wish he wouldn't rush back because I did that one year and I was half me for the rest of the year. I wasn't the juice. I had 1,000 yards and all of that, but I wasn't the guy I wanted to be. That was tough seeing that. That's what I'm telling you. These running backs get hit more than anybody on the field. They got 11 guys coming after them. We know Cleveland is a much worse team without Chubb. He was their offense, but they paid him like he was a kicker. And that's one of the reasons why we've argued so much, and I've gone on ad nauseum about, hey, you got to start paying these guys because they got a short career, and look what happens to so many of the guys. Injury after injury after injury, and they got a short career. So when they give them that 4-year deal with the fixed income coming out of college, then they got those 2 years for the franchise tag. They never have a chance to sign that contract. That they'll never sign what Burrow signed this week and what Mahomes signed this week. But should these guys be getting 5-6 times more money than the running back who does more offense? He's on every offensive play. He's either blocking, running the ball, or running a route. Only the quarterback is more active on than he is, and he's not getting hit that much. So anyway, I feel so bad for him. My heart goes out to Chubb. I thought he was one of the 3 best runners in the game. He's one of the guys that could take it to the house from anywhere on the football field. And let's face it, he was their offense. And you know how important the running back is? They put a guy named Ford in. He ran for over 100 yards, and he was their offense. Their offense, despite the fact that they got Watson, it doesn't really work without a running back. And, they should be compensated the way that their value is to the team. But that was horrible. I saw it on replay, and I wish I hadn't looked at it. It was horrible.
Yeah, I think that they actually should get paid more now that I heard you like week after week, because when I looked into the situation, it seemed like his knee was torn in like 3 different places. He tore his MCL, his PCL, and his LCL, all of it at the same time, as well as the damage to his cartilage. So I don't think this is the same as what happened in college. I think this one is more like career ending. I don't want to speak that upon him, but it's going to be really tough to come back on this one. This is not like a one surgery thing.
Yeah, Mase, I know that's absolutely true. I saw it and I said, man, that's a real bad one. And so he'll never get a chance to sign that, that second contract that all the other positions get to sign. Even that, once again, it bothers me that TJ Hawkinson, who I think is a good tight end, but it bothers me that this guy makes more money than everybody. Did you see McCaffrey this week? Look how great that guy is. I mean, a white boy halfback, the only one in the league, but the boy is unbelievable, and he's making less money than some semi-okay tight end. That's ridiculous.
Well, I'm going to speak from the boss's box. Pause, man. I'm going to have to disagree with you on murder, man. Listen. Y'all want all this bread. It is week 2. Niggas is out with career-ending injuries. Saquon Barkley held out. And listen, I fuck with, I want anybody black to get their check. Not even black, any athlete to get their check. But this is what niggas is talking about. This is week 2. You talk about career-ending injury, which we hope is not. We talking about Saquon Barkley, who just tried to hold out because they paid the quarterback and didn't pay him. Now you're saying he's potentially out for 3 weeks. I didn't know how long it was. I seen the injury that happened. And then we're talking about paying these guys maximum dollar, which I understand you guys are coming from saying, look, they don't have a long-term career. They're the shortest position pause that probably gets to play in the NFL. But if you can't make it through a season, goddamn, even Christian McCaffrey that you're talking about, he stays getting hurt. Now, when he comes back, he's exceptional. He's fine. Even in North Carolina, he was fucking incredible. But you want all this money, Juice, and listen, Mase is talking.
Look,
No, Drew. I'm not gonna let you do it to me this week. I'll let you talk for 28 minutes. Is my go. I'll let you get your go in a minute, Juice. Not letting you do it.
Okay.
Mase is talking from a business point and an analyst point. And I think you're very underrated. I'm happy that it is Twitter, and I'm happy that we have this platform that you can spit your football knowledge because you're very smart when it comes to football. But 2 things that I noticed working with you, Juice. 3 things. USC, the Buffalo Bills, and running backs. Your favoritism is out of control for those 3
He's
things.
He's a politician.
It's just out of control when it comes to those 3 things. And I'm not going to let you running back me to death this week. They want all this money and they can't make it to week 3. No. We have to figure out how they can get some more money, but at the end of the day, we have to make sure that they're available. The best ability is availability, and they're not even available for week 3, Juice. Now go ahead, Juice.
Look,
go ahead.
that's this year. These tight ends get hurt this year. Aaron Rodgers, who may never come back, is making $22 million a play. He played 4 plays. He's going to get $88 million over the next 2 years.
Juice, don't act like Aaron ain't one of the best. Aaron is top. That's a terrible example. That is a terrible example, Juice. That is terrible, Juice. Aaron Rodgers is top 5 quarterbacks of all time ever. Don't act like Aaron Rodgers is. So Aaron Rodgers isn't a top 5 quarterback of all time?
I don't argue, but your argument was they get hurt. What's the name's making $50 million?
Aaron Rodgers don't be getting hurt like that. Come on, cut out, Juice.
He missed the last 6 games. The year before he missed the last 5
You just was dissing how the Jets' field was. You said the field is terrible. And Antonio Brown came in and said it's one of the worst fields in the NFL, in the whole NFL. Now you're going to diss Aaron Rodgers because he on that AstroTurf like that. Come on, Aaron Rodgers don't be getting hurt. You going to do this to Aaron Rodgers? That's a terrible example, Juice.
I'm not talking about Aaron.
Okay.
You talk about running backs. Everybody gets hurt. Lamar Jackson, the last 2 seasons, missed 5 games at the end of the season, missed 6 games at the end of the season. $53 million. I'm happy for him.
I'm going to have to disagree with you because these are terrible examples. Lamar Jackson is not a traditional quarterback. They got to run and he's the leading rusher on the team half the season, every season. He's not a traditional stay-in-the-pocket quarterback. He's rushing 70 yards, 65 yards. Harbaugh got him doing all type of shit. He's a Swiss Army knife, just so to speak. He don't just motherfucking throw it. They got them doing everything.
Juice, let me interject.
But my point is,
Pause.
you can't argue injury. Injury, everybody gets hurt.
I know, but Juice, listen to this. If people keep getting hurt at running back, this is a question to Cam, so he can kind of get your point.
Right.
Who's gonna play running back? Are we gonna take that position out if we're not gonna pay them?
I'm not saying that you should take the position out. Pause. All I'm saying is stop asking for all this damn money and get paid as a person. What? Yo, Juice.
I'm just
You mad, Juice? Because these running backs are not getting. Juice, the question was for
I'm
me.
just saying
Joe, you gotta
end.
relax. Juice, you wildin'.
I'm saying the tight end should make more money than a running back. That's all I'm saying.
Look,
A so-so tight end
can I answer
should
Mace's
make more
question?
money
Here we go.
than the
Here we
best
go. Here
running
we go,
backs
Juice.
in the game.
Here we
That's
go.
all I'm saying.
Juice.
And he's been
And
hurt.
you know what? My fourth point with you, Juice, is too. USC, running backs, Buffalo Bills, and beef with tight ends. Pause. This is the second time.
Yeah.
You got wild beef with tight ends. Pause. You got mad beef with them niggas. I don't know which are great. I don't know if somebody in your team, somebody you played against. You got a lot of beef with tight ends. Pause. The answer to your question, Mase, is this. What OJ is saying is this, and I kind of agree with this, and it probably needs to come to a better system. What OJ is saying is that Aaron Rodgers is still going to get paid whether he plays or not this year. And these running backs may not get or
never get paid.
Right. So maybe it needs to be a system on a game per game availability. You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, Mase, is I'm not saying you're not going to take the running back position out because you need that even if you have a great quarterback. If you have a halfway decent running game with a great quarterback, you fuck the defense up because you don't know if you're going to run it or throw it. But I just say you can't be asking for Pat Mahomes' money and you can't make it to week 3.
No, I agree.
And
I totally agree with you on that. I'm not talking Pat Mahomes money. I'm just talking about tight end
money. Yeah, here we go. Tight end money. Of course, that's what we're talking about. You want the tight end money for us. Exactly.
Hey, OJ, won't the wide receiver, won't the running back start playing wide receiver a little bit more? We've seen a lot of guys transition to that.
I've said this over and over and over. If I was McCaffrey and playing today, if I was Saquon, if I was Kamara, I'd say, look, you got to negotiate with me as a wide receiver because I catch just as many passes as the wide receivers do, and I still got to run the ball and block them blitzing linebackers. So I'm a wide receiver. Pay me like a wide receiver since I catch that boy from San Diego, that little boy from San Diego had over 100 catches last year. I don't know what he's making, $7-8 million. Give me a break. It's wrong. He's hurt too right now. He's hurt right now.
I got. So you're talking about somebody else who's hurt? Oh, that's not available that you want to get more money.
You want to pay everybody that's not available,
right? This is crazy.
Well, you got the way you're working these guys, they're gonna have a short career. Everybody got a lot of time to make money. You know, these other positions. How many passes do a tight end catch during the? We ain't talking Kelsey. How many passes these guys catch during the game? 4 catches, they get tackled 4 times.
They not in the sweatshop. You talk about the way they working these niggas is crazy, They are playing professional football, man. This is the way it goes, B. Listen, you know where you fucked up? You just brought somebody up that's injured again. It's crazy.
He's hurt also.
This
well,
crazy.
You get hurt when they put you in danger. When they put you in danger, you're going to get hurt. In Vietnam, those boys that was out on the point, you're going to lose more of those guys than you're going to lose the guys in the back. When you put them out there, they're going to get hurt. So they should get hazard pay. They should get a little more money than a lot of the other guys.
I think he's Franklin from Snowfall. Listen, man. Let me tell you something. You say you putting them in danger, right? Let's say let me ask you a question, right? If you and let's all ask this question. You're 6 or 7 years old. Your mother leave you in the car and say, if you get out this car before I get back, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. If you get the fuck out this car before I get back, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. It's about 2.5% oxygen left in the car. You can't breathe. Are you going to stay in there and die, or are you going to risk the ass whipping? Let me ask you that. What would you do?
I'm getting out the car.
First of all, that's kind of.
You getting out the car? LJ, see, here we go with the long answers. Hey, are you going to get out the car or not? The answer is, are you going to get out the car or not?
I'm going to do what my mama tell me to do.
So you're going to die in the car. Oh, all right. That's what we're saying.
Well, I don't see that ever happening.
No, it's a scenario.
My mom was a Christian.
Now we get personal. It's just a scenario. The reason I'm bringing this scenario is up because if you in danger, get away from danger. You saying that these niggas is in danger?
What else you gonna do?
Get out for danger, 40 man. Now you want niggas to be teachers.
But my point is, like in my case,
you pay the head of the running back, president of the running back committee. God, I'm sorry. You can finish up.
Hey, when I played, I was by far the highest paid guy in the league. So, but I also in junior college, I played DB. I was just as good at DB. If I knew going into pro ball that I could make twice as much money playing cornerback as I could being a running back, I'll just say, hey, I'm playing cornerback. That's what I would say. You're going to put me at cornerback because I'm not going to play running back and make half the money that I could make at cornerback. I would have played cornerback.
And get hurt more. And get hurt more. Don't leave that out. Pause. And get hurt more.
Cornerback. You got to get hurt more at quarterback. I got hurt a couple of times in the league. My career, my last couple of years, I went to the 49ers, and, people say, you played for the 49ers? I said, no, I was on the 49er team. I wasn't playing much. My knee was gone.
So my question is, clearly there's a running back problem, and I like that you guys have differing views. So do you think it's time for them to have another Zoom meeting to discuss their roles and pay? Or what do you think the next step should be? I kind of want like a clean-cut answer of what you think that they should do.
Well, the clean-cut answer is everybody's aware of this inequity. And everybody's trying to figure out a way to correct it because you got the CBA, the union deal. I'm suggesting, and I keep suggesting, when these top guys, like this guy, Bijan Robinson, at Atlanta, who's unbelievably good, he signs a 4-year deal, which he has to. You do not subject him to the franchise tag. Because what's going to happen then, if he's free and he's on the market, somebody's going to pay him more. Or his team's going to match it to pay more to keep him. That's the only way they're going to have a chance to get more. When I say more, I'm talking 15 to 20 million instead of 10 million. Where these wide receivers are getting 30 million. Tyreek Hill. He deserves it. Don't get me wrong.
These examples are crazy. Now you think Tyreek Hill don't. You guys, before we talk about this, you need some better examples. Tyreek Hill deserves every dollar he's getting, bro. Cut that out.
I just said that. I'm just saying that. My point is the running back who's worked more on offense than anybody else on offense should be compensated better than.
I ain't laughing because I like the running backs, man.
Okay.
Kickers are the only people making less money than the running back. Okay. So give them a chance. Look, if somebody's willing to pay him, give him an opportunity to get that money. So don't sign him to a 6-year deal coming out of college because they say it's 4 years, but they have the right to that franchise tag, and they have 2 franchise tags. So if you're 21 years old coming out of college, by the time you are free and you want to get a long-term contract, you're going to be 27, and they're gonna say, well, we can't give you a long-term contract because you're going to be near 30 at the end of a 3-year deal, and running backs fall off when they get near 30.
Okay.
So you can't win.
To be continued. Okay. On Monday night, the Steelers did win their first game of the season against the Browns. How do you feel about the way the Steelers and the Browns have been playing in that game? OJ.
To me, that was a crappy game, but the Steelers won. I wasn't impressed with the way either team played. The Steelers defense was on it. I have a question. I know you're asking me this question. I have no idea what is your guys' favorite team?
Mine is the Steelers.
Cam, what is your favorite team? Mase, what is your favorite
Stats'
team?
favorite
Treasure, what
team?
is your favorite
Yeah,
team?
mine is the Steelers.
Hers is the Steelers. Mine is Kansas City.
Mine's in Kansas City too. If this is what he gonna do, forget it. I'm gonna be honest. Serious.
team is
To be
Kansas
honest with
City.
you, his team is not Kansas City. He's got Kansas City once. Patrick Mahomes got there. He didn't even know Alex Smith was the quarterback before Kansas City. I'm not going with him with Kansas City.
That don't mean it's not my team.
That's my team too. Forget
Okay.
it. Serious. All jokes aside, though.
Pittsburgh, we got a coach in Vegas. They had a bet, and I must admit, I put a few shekels on it. That the over and under for Pittsburgh to win 9 games. I figure they're gonna win 9 games.
What's
only
2
because of the
shekels?
coach. He's never
OJ, hold up. Isn't that a Bible term? What's 2 shekels?
Said a few shekels.
A few
It's a
shekels.
Jewish term.
How much is a shekel?
Said Jewish.
Jewish term, man.
Yeah.
I lived in Brentwood for 30 years. Brentwood's a Jewish neighborhood.
What's a shekel?
It's money. It's
How much
like,
is it?
You know, to me, it's equal to the shekel is like essentially $1. It's more than the
Okay.
peso. I can say it's more.
To answer your question, my team was the Patriots, but when Tom Brady left, I was kind of in between the Patriots and Tampa
come
Bay.
on.
I'm telling you, look, I'm from New York. I'm not proud to say it. Listen, you know how much
So
slack
you
I'm
a
gonna
Celtic
take.
fan too.
No,
I guess you was a Celtic fan.
Absolutely not. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. The reason I became a San Antonio Spurs fan is because Rod Strickland one year, which is from the Bronx, New York, went to San Antonio, and I became a San Antonio Spurs fan when Rod Strickland went there. And after he left, I never left. After he left there, I just stayed with the Spurs. But that's the reason I became a San Antonio Spurs fan.
Yeah, I was a Patriot fan before too. I like winners.
Well, I'm a fan of Brady. Brady's from the Bay. You talking about Strickland being from New York. Brady, like Rodgers, they're from the Bay Area where I grew up. So I cheer for all guys from the Bay. You know, they did well. But I was an Elijah Wan fan. So for a while, I was a San Antonio fan because Elijah Wan was off the chain.
The whole thing about it, Juice, Elijah Wan didn't play for San Antonio.
Yeah,
Let's
that
get
was
it.
Houston Rockets.
Yeah, man.
Come on, Juice.
Let's stick to football if you're gonna start wilding, man.
I'm thinking about him beating up San Antonio.
Yeah,
David
you and
Robinson.
Mase, y'all turntables be spinning, man.
Okay.
Save this topic for you, this particular game for you, Juice.
Well, I thought the Bills would be tough. I really did. I thought the Bills had to make up for that Jet outing. The Bills are good. The problem with the Bills is I think they relied too much on Josh Allen. I don't want to dog this guy, Ken, I think of it his last name, who's the offensive coordinator. He was a quarterback at UM a few years ago. I'm not a big fan of how he called plays, even though this week I saw him running the ball with purpose. You know, in the past, they seem to run 2 plays and they say, okay, Josh Allen, do something, run around, do something, and make a big play for us. The scheme, they weren't winning based on the scheme of the offense like Cincinnati normally does, you know, or even like Miami at this point with Tua. They seem to rely too much on Josh making big plays for them. And I thought in the past they didn't really run the ball, but they did a job this week of running the ball. I mean, with the running backs with purpose. And they're going to win. You're going to win. You can't win the championship without a running back running the ball, Cam. You got to have a running back running the ball. Otherwise, you can't just throw the ball. Look at Miami. As great as they was throwing the ball, most start showed out. 2 touchdowns, 121 yards. Hey, if you're running the ball, you win championships.
Listen.
Go, Juice.
Listen. I hear all that fly shit OJ talking about. Buffalo. Listen, this is what I will say. That y'all been doing great since my nigga Brady left the division. Y'all couldn't do shit when Brady was in the division. The shit was just a foregone conclusion to the point where I don't even know why y'all was suit up and even come to play because y'all could never win the division. Brady leaves. Y'all start dominating the division, but you can't get past Patrick Mahomes. Then you can't get past Joe Burrows. So I'm thinking, listen, I know it's early, and I like Josh Allen a lot. I think he's a rugged quarterback. The other day, Josh Allen's about 6'5", and he tried to hurdle over a nigga, pause, and I'm like, damn, this is a rough, rugged white boy. Did this nigga just try to hurdle over a nigga? The fuck was he thinking about? Because they tell quarterbacks to slide. Yeah. This nigga's, he didn't even have a good chance of hurdling over the nigga, pause. So I really like Josh Allen, but I'm thinking to myself, has Buffalo's window closed because I like what's going on in Miami right now, and I think I'm thinking that they may be able to take the division away from Buffalo because you guys had 3 years since Brady left, going into your 4th year right now. Maybe I don't know if it's 3 or 4. I think this is the 4th year, but you can't. Even if you win the division, is Josh Allen better than Patrick Mahomes? And is Josh Allen better than Joe Burrow? That's the question, OJ. Here we go with well. Here we go with well. We start with well again.
Whenever
here
he starts with that well, we know he's fishing.
No, I agree with you. I think the Bills' window is closing. Right. And you say you watch me on X or whatever it is. Right. I preached for the last month how I was afraid of the Jets and I was afraid of Miami because I think they split games with the Bills last year, and they both got better. I don't think the Bills have gotten better. The Bills' window may close because guys are going to start looking for bigger contracts, and to get them, they're going to have to go to other teams. And I think this will be the last year that the Bills will go into the season as the favorite of the AFC East. I don't think next year they'll be favored going into the season. So I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. The problem with Mahomes is I don't think you can change that many receivers every year and continue to have the excellence that they have. He'll be great, but I think we've already seen that you just can't continue every year, change receivers, and still have the same results. I think this year we may see a little bit of what is costing them to lose some of the receivers that they've lost. But as long as they got Kelsey, who was hurt, Cam, who was hurt. As long as they got Kelsey, they're going to be.
Let me tell you what tight ends is crazy, boy. That tight end beef. Now they can talk about Kelsey.
Who was hurt?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this since we're going to bring Kelsey into it.
He got paid.
Yeah, but and he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, though. But let me ask you this. Since you want to bring Kelsey into this, he started off the first week not playing. He played the second week. And I bet you he's going to be more available than your man Saquon. I bet you. Let's bet a couple shekels. Let's bet a couple shekels that Kelsey plays more games than Saquon. I bet you that.
Now you're going to make me. My son is over here somewhere. I'm asking him to go on the internet and find out just how much money a shekel is. I always thought you talk about shekels like dollars.
Yeah. You know? I get the slang. I get the terminology. But what I'm saying is this. All jokes aside, it doesn't have to be a shekel or money bet. It could be for some push-ups. Oh, I bet you that Kelsey plays more games than Saquon Barkley.
I won't take that bet.
Exactly. Yeah. You don't want this tight end running back beef. You don't want to take it that far. Yeah.
He doesn't believe. You do not believe what you're saying.
Huh?
You do not believe what you're saying, and that's a hard person to talk to.
No, I'm not. I believe I'm just saying the running back and what he does for the team should not be the second lowest paid player on the team.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying they take more risks than any other position on the field. And they should be compensated.
We're not going back into this. No, we're not going back into this.
We're going to have to save this debate for sure.
Stop. We're not going back. One question before we wrap this up, unless Mase has something to ask.
Oh, yeah. OJ, a shekel is about 25 cents, just so you know.
It ain't even $1. Well,
few shekels.
My son just coming over the hill.
Yeah. So this is what I want to ask you, and I don't need you going on and on and on because I know how you feel about Buffalo. What I want to ask you is this. We've been watching you on X. We watching you on the show. Are you saying that if it doesn't get done this year, that this team that Josh Allen is surrounded by and coaches, that the window is closed for them to go to the Super Bowl or even win a Super Bowl with this group of guys?
I'm saying that, yes, to some degree, because we've already heard that Diggs kind of wants out.
See, but when you ask Diggs, you going off the they shit. You know, Diggs said he didn't say that.
Yeah, he doesn't have my group of days.
Yeah. Hey, I did get that from Stephen A. I did get that.
Yeah.
Listen to Stephen A.
But I know Stephen A's my guy, but he responded to Stephen A and said he didn't say that.
Well, I didn't see that.
See,
I did notice that. I thought the Bills' best chance this year was if Von Miller came back, and Von hasn't come back. I think right now the best team in the division.
OJ, is he hurt?
Is he hurt?
He's hurt.
We're not laughing at Von Miller. I fuck with Von. That's my nigga.
We're not laughing at you.
We're definitely not
OJ.
We're definitely not laughing at Von Miller.
Context of the situation, not at Von Miller at all.
Nah, I fuck with Von Miller. When Von Miller was on Denver, he's a monster. Even when he got traded over there, he's a monster. I fuck with Von Miller. We're
laughing at OJ constantly picking players that are hurt.
Yeah, that's it.
No jokes there.
I'm just pointing out. You keep talking about. You brought it up. Hey, Cam brought it up about running backs getting hurt. I'm just saying everybody gets hurt.
Only reason I'm bringing it up is because he's on Buffalo. That's your team, so we thought we'd make a little fun of you. That's it.
And that might have been the first time I've ever heard you say something remotely against Buffalo. But let us know your thoughts on Monday Night Football games. When we return, we will talk about Zach Wilson's future with the Jets.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. I'm stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free.
Welcome back. So let's get into our Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. This Sunday, the Chargers will play the Vikings. Underdog Fantasy has Justin Herbert at 295.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
295? I'll have to go lower. Pause.
I'm going to go higher.
Okay.
I think that Justin Herbert's a month. He had 305 passing yards last week. He's one of them niggas that go off for 360. He's just one of them type niggas. He's a nigga that just, I fuck with him. You know, the Chargers got to get a better situation around him, I think. But I think him as a quarterback, like I fuck with Brock Purdy a lot because I think he's in a great system. I don't know if Justin Herbert's in the best system, but I think his quarterback skills are amazing. I'm going to go higher.
Okay. On the Viking side, Justin Jefferson is at 102.5 receiving yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
What do you think, Cam?
We're going high or low. It's not an analyst situation. It's not a situation where we need to analyze it. What do you think? Do you want me to go first?
Yes, you go first.
Is that going to deter your answer?
Yes.
I'm going to come over there and snatch them glasses off your thing and play some Lucy with them shit, the intelligent joints. How many yards is this exactly, Stat?
102.5.
I'm going to go higher. Definitely, I'm going higher.
All right, he's right. He's going to be higher.
Got purple on, huh? So that's right. Okay.
Okay, and Kirk Cousins is at 288.5 passing yards. Do you have him higher or lower?
Go ahead, Cam.
I'm going higher. Listen, man. That's a guy, and when we come back in, pause, to talk to the Juice, pause, that's made a living off the franchise tag, made a living off a franchise tag that you keep complaining about. And I know he's a quarterback. You'll say he's a quarterback. He made a hell of a living, mad money off the franchise tag. So the answer to the question is, yes, I'm going higher for Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
I'm going high as well.
Okay. Make sure to download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. Now we are joined back with our analyst, OJ. Okay. The Cowboys yet again won another game with a 30-10 win over the New York Jets. What were your initial thoughts on their win?
Well, I think they're playing the best defense, defensive football that I've ever seen. I mean, I look at them and the way they're playing it's the way the 85 Chicago Bears played. But hey, look out there. But they played against two New York teams that had virtually no offense. Now, don't get me wrong. I think they're as good as anybody in football today. But we're going to see a little more when they start playing some teams with some offense, because you know that opening day, the Giants was horrible on offense. And the Jets, hey, Zach Wilson was the quarterback, you know. So, but I think they are as good as any team in football. I think with McCarthy calling the plays, it's going to make Dak a much better quarterback. So, yeah, I like him. I think right in the obviously in the National League is the 49ers, them, and Philly. And I think it's going to come down to home field advantage in the playoffs.
What I'll say is this, first and foremost, pardon me.
First and foremost?
Yeah, I'm going to go first. At this point, I got to start with first and foremost. I don't know why we not getting along today. Maybe it's the USC Colorado shit. But I'm going to go first and foremost with you, O. Don't ever compare no Cowboy team to my 85 Bears. You hear me?
Yeah.
You watch your mouth when you do that, O, man. Please, don't ever.
Yeah, the Jerry Curl Messiah.
Yeah, Mike Dick and the boys, the refrigerator. I had the William the Refrigerator Perry pajamas. Don't ever disrespect and put anybody close to the 1980 for 85. I don't know, no disrespect, because I know Mike Irvin's my guy, Troy Aikman. I don't even want to hear that Cowboy team compared to the 1985 Bears. So, don't be disrespectful in the second week of the season comparing them to the 85 Bears. You're being very disrespectful at the highest level.
Comparing Dak to Jim, he's crazy.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, Jim. Yeah, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, you being wild.
The Jerry Curl assassin, man.
You
Come
being
on.
wild, disrespectful.
Also, Monday Night Football, during those games back in 85 with Howard Cosell and Frank, I'm just basing it on statistics. If you look at the 85 Bears' first two games and the numbers, and you look at these guys' first two games and the numbers, very comparable. Now, don't get me wrong. As I pointed out, the Jets and the Giants weren't featuring the greatest offenses against the Cowboys, but the Cowboys beat them boys up.
Cam, it's the color of the shirt. It's the color of the shirt. Yeah. You said it was me with the purple suit on. Yeah. It might be OJ with the pink shirt.
Yeah, man. Y'all both in here with my colors and shit today.
OJ bugging right now.
Yeah, man. So the thing, I don't care which analyst you did in 85. I don't care what commercial you did. I don't care if it was Hearst. I don't care if it was in the movie Airplane that year. Do not compare Dak Prescott and anybody else on this team to the 85 Bears, man, and we're gonna move on from that. I'm not gonna even have this argument with you. This is really. I'm
not gonna argue.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, this is two games. I agree, but for two games, those boys look like the 85 Bears.
And let me tell you something.
They're trying to double down.
And listen. What I'm gonna say is this. This is what I'm gonna say, and I'm not happy to say it, because I'm from New York. Who would they play on? They played the Giants.
That's what I've been saying.
And they're playing the Giants. They look like they know what's going over there in MetLife.
Get 4 tackles.
Yeah, come on, man. Cut it
sacks,
out. Cut the shit out like cut it out like they played somebody that was up to standard. I know the Giants are in the division.
We got on this subject. They played against these two New York teams, which certainly aren't juggernauts on offense. Neither one of them. So we'll see what happens when they play a great team. I don't think at the end of the season I can compare them to the 85 Bears, because that's the best defense I've ever seen on any level. Well, Georgia had a hell of a defense over the last couple of years. Georgia's defense was something else for a college defense.
Now, we
no,
compare college to that. Yo, what the fuck? You throwing me the fuck on? Yo, how we get to college compared to
OJ's worse than me, yo.
I'm just talking about defenses and how they dominate games.
Sometimes you gotta see somebody else do it to know. Hey, you wilding right now.
That was good.
So look, man, like I said, Cowboys look good the first 2 weeks. They played against the Jets and the Giants. So I'm not gonna over exaggerate and compare them to the 85 Bears. I like to see them play against a good team and see how that goes. I don't know if they would have beat the Jets if a healthy Aaron Rodgers was playing. So,
but do y'all think that Dak Prescott won Jerry Jones back over with these 2 games?
No. Dak, listen, Jerry Jones is the ultimate businessman. And let me tell you something. You can say what you want. Jerry Jones, I don't know if he's in late 70s, early 80s, whatever it is. He has his son working with him on the team. And for him to come every week and do these interviews, he loves the fanfare. He isn't up there ducking it. You don't see owners doing the shit that Jerry Jones do, even though I know, I guess he's the president, GM, whatever position he has outside of being the owner. Yeah, he's very involved with the team, and I think that he likes the fanfare. I think that he likes the attention. I think he likes talking about it. He's going to say what's right to keep Dallas fans happy, period. But at the end of the day, winning him over, look, nobody has done anything for Jerry Jones since 1995 besides Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and Michael Irvin. You can sit there and say, well, they did this. Even Tony Romo, he's a better analyst than quarterback, to me. So at the end of the day, that's why when they was talking about, he didn't consult with Dak about this, that. Yo, my nigga, Jerry Jones, every year they fight for people. They fight for Ezekiel Elliott. They fight for Dak Prescott, which I want all your athletes to get paid. But if you're not producing at the highest level, leave Jerry the fuck alone, man. Yeah. This nigga pays the money, and then niggas don't win championships. Not even championships. Then he gotta be
their best friend.
Yeah, not even
their counselor and all that. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I already paid you.
Yeah, not even just, and you're 100% right. Not only don't make the Super Bowl, win a playoff game here and there every once in a while. Every 6-7 years we win a playoff game.
And then they want to hang out. Nobody like hanging out with losers.
Yeah, man. So
Jerry has made it clear. He wants the Super Bowl before he dies, right? So he's going to do what he has to do. Right now, I think they have a Super Bowl caliber.
Not to cut you off, Don't anybody want Super Bowl before they die? No, you got a couple, but nobody want to die and not get a Super Bowl. So basically, he said,
let's not forget this. Jerry got those Cowboys worth about $10 billion
and
as a franchise.
And that was, that's what I was alluding to. But me and Mase started talking about something else. When I say he comes in these press conferences, he knows how to sell it. He bought the team for less than $1 billion. I believe it was $600 million or $700 million. And he's a great marketer. He made it. How the fuck he turned this into America's team from Dallas? And I'm not saying it ain't, because it is. You got Dallas. I stay in Jersey's fucking Dallas Cowboy flags right on the same block that I stay on. So I dig it.
Yeah, I think San Fran will win a championship before Cowboys win one. I'll go on the record.
I'm going to go with that, too.
They were the America's team before Jerry got there. They were called America's team when a lot of us was calling them South American teams, if you recall what was going on around down there at that time.
Yeah, we caught Jerry in that. They caught Jerry in that picture when them black they was busting them students, and Jerry was in the background peeping that shit was going on. So I dig it, man. I understand what you're saying 100%.
Okay. And before we go to break, the Chicago Bears lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This also leaves the Bucs undefeated. Are you surprised with the team this far?
I'm shocked for Baker Mayfield. I'm happy. He's a Heisman winner, fellow Heisman winner, so I'm happy for him. But I'm a little surprised because I could have gotten Mike Evans, probably in the 6th or 7th round of my draft, and I passed on him because I didn't think Baker would be able to get him the ball, and Baker is doing it. So I'm really happy for Baker, and I'm really surprised at what Tampa is doing at this point.
We're going to start leaving this Heisman shit out the NFL too, because because the
That's what I
Heisman shit,
said.
the Heisman shit is not translated to the NFL. Charlie Ward was a Heisman winner. Tim Tebow was a Heisman winner. Charlie Ward didn't even get to the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, motherfucker?
Bob, ain't that what I said, though?
No, I'm agreeing with you. Yes, you absolutely did say that, but we got to start leaving the Heisman shit in college.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who was the first Heisman Trophy winner to go into the NFL Hall of Fame?
Was it you, O?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, nigga.
The first Heisman, to go to the Hall of Fame.
You know what's crazy?
Come from right here on It Is What It Is.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But you know what's crazy? O thought he had us. O thought he was going to kill it.
Thought we wasn't studied,
ready.
You thought we didn't know that.
We had your number.
We was just rappers.
I actually went in with Roger Staubach, but SI came before ST. So I actually went in before him. We were in the same class.
Yo, listen, man, you ain't here by accident, nigga. We know all your accolades and what you've done, and you're a great football mind, and that's why we definitely wanted to make you a part of this, and we're happy that it's working out because week to week,
happy to be with you guys.
Yeah, week to week, you show your expertise, your knowledge, how you keeping up with the game, and then you talk your shit, nigga. Who's the first nigga who won the Heisman that went to the NFL Hall of Fame? Talk that shit all day, nigga. Talk that shit.
You just wait the next week.
Oh.
You wait the next week. We are SC. We are SC.
Look at Cam's face.
2 weeks from now, you're going to be hiding that.
Try to give you a compliment. Oh.
So anyways.
Okay. You know what? Oh, fuck it. You know what? Forget it. Until the game is over. Me and you. Me and you.
Yes.
All right?
We'll definitely continue this conversation next week. OJ, thank you for being here.
Thanks, Juice.
Yes.
I appreciate you, man.
Better, fellas. God bless.
Love, man.
And in the comments, let us know which team has been the most surprising to you this far.
Hey, yo, make sure you go make your picks at Underdog Fancy. Hit the link in the description. They're going to double up what you put up. You know what I'm saying? You put up 20, you're going to get $40. If you put up 30, you get 60. Matter of fact, you could use code CAM, C-A-M, and make sure you go download that app, Underdog Fancy. And also, y'all motherfuckers been watching the show. Subscribe to the channel. Come and talk to me, for it is what it is, nigga.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. Wanna be free. Why am I in this woman? Wanna be free. Hell, I don't wanna see her walk away. I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about.
Welcome back. When speaking about the Lakers in an interview, Charles Barkley said, at some point, LeBron's going to have to say, AD, damn, I'm 100 years old. It's about time for you to be the best player. How do you feel about his comment?
I'm going to let Cam go first on that. I know how I feel.
I think that LeBron said this already. I don't think that this is like some shit where it hasn't been said. This was part of the reason that they brought him to the Lakers in the beginning.
Yeah.
Rich Paul got him, told him, look, if people don't remember, and I'm not saying Rich Paul told him to do this, but Rich Paul's the mastermind at what he does. That's why, you know, as Ohio niggas, we got schemes and shit, all type of shit. I'm not saying he told him to do this. But if people don't remember, when AD was with New Orleans, before he wanted to get traded, They wasn't willing to trade him at first, and he stopped playing the fourth quarter. He told them, I'm just not going to play the fourth quarter anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jump to something else real quick. Motherfucking Ben Simmons comes to practice fumbling his phone in practice.
Yeah.
Clutch sports. But back to AD, serious note, that was the plan that I believe to bring AD to the Lakers in the first place. It's kind of like when LeBron went to Miami, and I'm not saying that Dwayne Wade was on the way out. A better example, when Shaq came, that's not a great example neither. The better example is when Dwayne Wade was with LeBron and they had to figure out who was one and who's two.
Yeah.
I think LeBron wants AD to be one and he's two, but it gets to the point where AD's not available, he's not taking over, and he'd be like, now I have to be one because you're not taking the position of being the first player.
Because when you use that example about Miami, when D-Wade took a step back, LeBron stepped all the way forward.
Right.
So now what we're seeing is LeBron saying, I want to step back, but this nigga won't step forward.
Right.
It's like when Kobe went through that with Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard was saying, turn the team over to him.
Right.
And it's like you're not doing all of the things that go with being the number one option on this team, especially for today's GOAT, to be number two on the team. You got to really turn up and go in another direction other than just match him in fashion. You got to match him in work ethic. Because I think he's trying to match him in clothes and all of that stuff. I see him coming to the games trying to look fashionable, but we need him to play ball. AD, we need you to play ball. We don't care nothing about your outfit. You wearing high waist pants, man. We're not focused on that. We need you to score baskets and take over the game, man. You from Chicago. Yeah. Act like it.
And not only that, I totally agree with you that. Not only that, it's like, yo, bro, even when they won that championship in the bubble, right? It looked like times he wanted to act like he was on LeBron. Like, you better not. You better
not get injured right now.
Not now.
He's like this.
You better not now. Not now. We need 100. And what I'm saying is this. I'm not saying AD don't really be hurt, but, I could just imagine when you win a championship and you get that glory, pause just in case niggas want to be petty, you want to do that again. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen
your confidence supposed to go up a notch.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's at the point to where, look, I seen that shit last year, bro, in the Western Conference Finals, the way that, and I don't mean to be disrespectful or nothing like this, but this is the only way I seen it. It was kind of like how Tom Brady's wife was looking at AB. How AD was
disrespectful.
How AB was looking at the Joker hitting all them threes in his eyes. He was smirking at like, this nigga crazy. Right? Straight around. Nigga was gazing at the Joker. And I'm like, yo, bro, stop smiling when this nigga's fucking pussing your ass, bro. Stop the shit, man. So I didn't like that. I said, they paused the shit. You go ahead and Google it. Go to YouTube. Go to wherever you want. Last year, Joker hits three. AB wasn't going, he go like this.
He like, I can't believe these niggas got me guarding this nigga.
Yeah.
I can't guard this nigga.
Yeah, so, look, man, Charles Barkley, I'm not saying he's wrong, but I think LeBron had told him that shit years ago. It's just not working.
Yeah.
Fair point. Okay, Gilbert Arenas blasts Hakeem Olajuwon for charging $50,000 for a workout. He said he ain't been good since the 90s. That means any moves from the 2000s he don't know. Who the heck you gonna do the moves on? Wembanyama? So is $50,000 for a workout OD?
Nah.
First and foremost.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use him.
Nigga, OJ ain't like first and foremost.
Yeah, OJ hated that. First and foremost. Like OJ would say, well, how in the world, you got to keep up. You got to keep up. You got to be really good, and you got to continue to be great in basketball and at any sports, because these young niggas will forget you. I mean, just to hear Gilbert Arenas talk down on a dream is crazy. Even though what he's saying, I understand, he's talking down on a dream. He got to put some respect on a dream name. But I'm going to let Cam go, and then I'll come back, pause after that.
Listen,
The dream ain't worth 50 racks. Pause.
yes, especially how much. And Gilbert, my man, I just spoke to Gilbert like fucking 5-6 days. Me, I fuck with Gil. I fuck with Gil because, first of all, I fuck with his podcast. Big shout out to Gil. I fuck with his podcast. And I fuck with that nigga not scared like other niggas to share information. He's been in this space before we have. And, he works with us too at Underdog Fantasy, man. Big shout out to Underdog Fantasy, of course. And Gil gave us a lot of game. But I'm going to have to disagree with Gilbert on this one. That's my nigga. I know you're going to have
first and foremost.
Yeah, I know you got to come back for this. But listen, the reason he may feel like this is because the game has turned into a fast-paced game, three-point game. He's shooting more threes than ever.
Yeah.
So you may feel that a low post pause game is not necessary like it used to be, and you may not need to use footwork. Secondly, to agree to his point a little bit, is that you could play zone now. When Hakeem played, you had to play man to man.
Yeah.
It was either double team or you had to play man to man. So a zone may eliminate a lot of low post moves. So I get where Gilbert's coming from. But listen, this is why niggas don't got no footwork down low.
Yeah.
This is why niggas don't got no low post moves.
That's what I was going at.
Yeah, and I think that Joel Embiid does, but even the Joker doesn't have that. He's just big and gaudy, pause, and he just knows how to move you out the way. He doesn't have the footwork, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you say players from the people from 2000 don't know, Kobe Bryant worked with Hakeem.
Yeah, Kobe worked with
I believe
Hakeem.
LeBron worked with Hakeem. So players who dominated the game, superstars that played in your
and they were on the wing.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
They
wasn't
were on the
even
wing.
big man. So players that played in your era, Gil, they actually work with Hakeem. You know what I'm saying? So
Actually, GOATs.
yeah, the GOATs.
Yeah.
Exactly, GOATs. And then when you say 50,000, compared to what players are making now, look,
Yeah.
they're saying that Luka may make 70. We just see what Jaylen Brown got. And I'm not saying they need to go work with Hakeem, but 50,000, they making that in the first half of a quarter.
Let me even add this to what you're saying, because what you're saying is actually spot on. If 50,000 taught Kobe that fadeaway, was it worth the 50? Even though it's an old school move?
Yes.
It's just a question, not to throw any shade at Gilbert, but if you learn how to shoot that fadeaway over anybody jumping, it was worth that 50 racks.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree, man. Listen, Gilbert gonna have something to say about this, but at the end of the day, I have to go with I'm giving up the 50. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see people. Nah, for real. Let's Google people who worked with before we leave. People who work with Elijah Warren. That's what I was trying to
I'm trying to figure out.
Howard worked with him too.
This is in light of Giannis basically saying that he's going to pay to work out with him. So I feel like if you're making that type of money, like 50,000 for a workout.
And listen, Giannis is a perfect person to go work with him because Giannis got a downhill game. And imagine Giannis had the footwork Dream had, B.
It could save you a lot of injuries having great footwork, and also it could save you a lot of running around to get baskets. The more skillful you are, the easier your baskets come.
And so, in addition to players he's trained, not to cut you off, just so we have more context. It included LeBron James, Kobe, Yao Ming, Dwight Howard. So
niggas who dominate. Yeah. 50 ain't shit. 50 is low, Gil. You got 9 niggas got to get that 50 up. And you talking
niggas
about
50 in a strip club.
Yeah, that's a fact. And then you talking about it's coming from Giannis. Giannis got wild bread. He need to take his brothers with him down there too to go work with the Dream. That's what he needs to do.
To take his whole family on a King the Dream trip.
Yeah, so Gil, I love you, but I disagree with you. That 50 racks ain't shit to Giannis. And if you got LeBron, Kobe, Dwight Howard in his prime, and Yao Ming, that's a great. That's
a great reason to go.
Yep, exactly.
Definitely a great lineup. Well, that's all the time we have for today. And thank you all for tuning in today's episode. As always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.